Are you new to Modern Warfare 3? You like playing zombies like I do? That lobby a little bit confusing with so much going on, it's hard to know what's what. Well, in this video today, we got kind of a breakdown of the lobby and how it works, so sit back, relax, and we'll get right into it. Okay, so here we are. We are going to jump into game here and go through a quick tutorial on this very confusing lobby and how it breaks down and what I do when I'm in there. So hopefully my computer fans aren't too loud in the background. Alright, so this is going to be just a live walkthrough of what I do. I only play zombies, so this stuff here, this is all really kind of not relevant for me. So when you get in the lobby here, there's a lot going on. This is something weird that happens on my PC too. It'll go black here for some reason, but if you just like select gear and then go back to the lobby, done. Okay, so that's something weird. So there's a lot going on. This can be very overstimulating. So what I'm gonna do is we're gonna go through this similar to like a book. You start in the top left and you work your way over to the right. So this is the reveal day. Black Ops 6 is coming in 1 day, so that will absolutely date this video. All right. Lobby, that's where we are now. If you push this, nothing's gonna happen, okay? So now gear. When you hit the gear tab, we're gonna go in here. So now you get a rucksack. You're gonna have a different size rucksack depending on, when you start you have a small, and then you can get a medium and a large. This is the large, so you have the most stations. You'll be able to select each one of these and put, I've got it loaded up for my next game with all these perks. So what I can show you here is, so when you select an item on here, then if they're all blank, it'll just be a plus mark. Then you get two options here. So this is your acquisition stash. So when we go in here, these are 20 of 20, as you can see. Mine's full. So this is what you've X-filled with, and this is what you get to keep in your personal stash here. Now in purchase, when I purchased the game, it came with some add-ons, and I've got like these different weapons. I've got this flawless level 3 crystal. It came with some of these epic tools. And then these rewards, I think are in-game rewards, I believe. So these two, I don't know if they have a limit, because as you see, they do not say, they just simply say 8 and 6. This one says stash 20 out of 20. So as far as I know, when you start, you get a 20 out of 20. I could be mistaken with that. Now, when you get your items full like I do, that's why I've got my top all full here, because I'm going to play a round out, and I did pick some out of there, but now I can recently generate better things. So I'm going to get rid of these blue tools and a couple of things here. And I've been saving up these Wunderwaffens so that when I play with my son and some of my friends, I can take them in with me and then hand these guys off some of those. So yeah, that's how you populate the backpack portion of your gear. So that's your acquisition and stash. So now, when you're in game, you're going to be able to exfil with schematics. So that's where this whole area comes in. Is, as you see, this is my Ethereum. I think that's how you pronounce that. So what I currently have the ability is these four, and what I'm trying to find is these. So you will find the schematics when you finish missions and do certain things in the game, and then you need to exfil without going down or without dying to have these, so that then you can generate them into your rucksack for the games you're currently playing. You can also generate these into your rucksack and then store them into the long-term storage sack too, so that's handy. And I just recently got this purple wrench, so as you see, I just generated these two, and as you go, I've actually had an issue with this where I had this one and I exfilled and it didn't give it to me, so that's I didn't catch it on video. But as you see here, here's all your perks. So you will exfil in game. Different threat levels 1 through 3 will have most of this. Some of these come from the storyline missions that you play, so keep that in mind. I've got them all now except for Elemental, Popper, and Tombstone. Tombstone is one of those ones where it's actually in the story mode, and I'll show you guys that in a bit. So now you've got ammo mods. Ammo mods are handy because these basically are just abilities that get added onto your firearm. So you've got Brain Rot. This one makes them spawn or turns them into a friendly zombie that then kills other zombies. And it works on most bosses too. Like not full level bosses, but when you're walking around, you can hit mimics and stuff with these, and it works, and it works great. So cryo freeze, I'm not a big fan of this one. It just slows them down, and it seems like it makes they have to shoot them a lot more when you have cryo freeze on. So I don't really use it. Same with dead wire, it just sends like an electric shock and freezes them, but I find the same ammo effects, not a big fan of that one. Napalm burst, if you're using incendiary rounds, this one seems to be pretty good. Shatter blaster, this is what I basically use all the time, because it just causes an explosion, and then zombies nearby take damage or die too, so that's a handy one. Okay, so wonder weapons, these you need to exfil with. I mean, all of them you need to exfil with schematics, but as you can see, I've got the Wonder Waffen that I can create here. You can also get the ray gun, the Scorcher, and the VR11. Oh, there's a playlist update. Okay, right on. Thanks for effing up my video, you guys. So yeah, that's one of the annoying things that happens is you get random weird things happening in this game that I've had a lot of crash issues with it that are not related to my PC. I've had crash issues related to my PC, but that's a different video. Okay, where were we here now? Gear, so we were talking about all of this. So we're going to go in here, we're going to go back in here. Ammo mods. Okay, wonder weapons. So this VR11, I have a couple of them right now, I think, or at least one of them. I don't know, you'd see it earlier. But anyways, this can heal things. So when you're doing those that convoy mission where you got to take that convoy around and destroy the erythium spots there, this one's great, because when you do that in the tier 3, it's really hard to do it without it getting destroyed. So this is kind of what you need. So classifieds, as you see, yay, I just finally got one, the golden mask filter. So that's difficult. You got to go to the ether. I got this one in the ether with some guys. You get other ones from the red worm and fighting the red worm and all the different boss fights. So I really want to get this blood burner key. Then you can spawn that bike that's pretty epic. Also this dog bone. Then you can spawn a dog that's tier 3 that can revive you right out of the gates. So those are some good ones. Golden armor, whenever I watch people's videos, they always have this one going. And mag of holding, that's a pretty important one too. So you basically need all of these, but I'm not going to cheat. There is ways to cheat where you can pay people to pay companies to join you in a game, and they'll give you all of these schematics, and I'm not going to reference them because I just, for me, that ruins a game. Then I don't play it anymore. So if that's how you feel about it too, let me know what you think in the comments below. All right, so that kind of explains your rucksack and how you can generate and what you can generate and when you can generate it. So I think the next logical thing is weapons. So when you click on a weapon, all these ones down here, you see where it says contraband stash, you get 20 out of, I've got 20 out of 20, so you get 20 slots. So this is when you're in a mission and you exfil with a weapon, especially when you're new, you're gonna wanna do that so that you get some weapons. And actually, that's how you get some of these weapons, is exfilling with some of them. So what we'll do is now, if you click on that, you can come into this where you can then select if you want an assault rifle, battle rifle, SMG, shotgun, LMGs. So SMGs is a small machine gun, or a submachine gun, sorry, stupid. Shotguns, light machine gun, marksman rifle, sniper rifle, handguns, launchers, and melee weapons. So what you really want to do is, if you don't have any weapons unlocked, or if you only have one, you need to develop that weapon and run its level up. If you end up buying character packs too, you'll get some of these, like, whoops, I guess I can't see that unless I go like that. You'll get some of these ones where they'll be like special like this that they're usually in purchases, or you can win them in the battle pass and stuff. I've got a lot of them from that sort of thing. So like this one, I believe, was a battle pass one. So what you want to do is, if you see right here how it says recommended, whenever you've got a firearm that's available that's recommended, you should run those ones up. And I'll talk about it in a minute also, how that comes into play. But basically with this game, one of the most important things that you want to do, see, this one's definitely, this one was with my Rick Grimes Walking Dead add-on, is a sweet gun. But yeah, you basically want to develop all of these. In here, you can get into add-ons and stuff. So if I go here, hang on. I've got one equipped. So I'm just going to go here. You can go to Gunsmith. So now you can see in your Gunsmith here, there's all these different abilities and add-ons for the weapons. So this is a pretty important part. So if you click here, A lot of these you won't have yet. They'll be locked. So what you can do is you can add these onto a mission list, which I'll talk about later. But as you can see, you can change ammunitions here. You can, again, you have to earn these. See, like here. So prime example, it says complete 2 daily challenges to unlock. Well, it's not just going to do that when you beat 2 daily challenges. What you need to do is you need to populate this into your daily challenges, which we'll talk about in a minute, in order to have these abilities, like if you want the high velocity rounds. The latest one, which has now been kind of brought down a level, which sucks, was these incendiary rounds. These things were great. But anyways, okay, so there's all sorts of stuff. There's like under barrel add-ons. Again, when you don't have everything, you can select them. It's super easy. But if you don't know that, this will save you a ton of time. I actually played about 90 hours of this game without knowing this. So this is cool. There's stuff like this. If you pay attention here, there's this torch. So this is like let's see, a dragon's breath loaded with an underbarrel shotgun. So that's a shotgun with dragon's breath rounds, which are like incendiary rounds. So pretty sweet. So, and you don't have to do these in order. You can literally select this, right? I'll get into that and show you in a minute here, and I'll just keep rolling through. So there's basically all these. You've got muzzles, you've got barrels, lasers, optics for the top here, stocks, rear grips, magazines, ammunition, and underbarrel add-ons. So you can configure this how you want. You can even go into here to customize, and you'll get like different camo schemes as you go along for these weapons, right? So we could go something like this. There's challenges where you need to equip these and do certain things with them. So for the sake of now, we'll just make that like that. But the weird thing is sometimes when you go back, see, you can even get these gun screens. Gives you this annoying talking dog, which when I build weapons for people, this is how I roll. I make them like the most funky weapons that I can, and then I give it to them. Okay, so that kind of briefly explains that. You'll start off with, I believe, just 1 slot. As you go in the game, you'll get 2 and 3 slots. So what that means is after you finish a round, there'll be a cooldown time for your weapon. So that's why it's going to be important to collect all this contraband, because if you want to play more than 1 round in a row, you're absolutely going to want to have a second weapon to switch to in here until you get these. Because see, now I can play multiple rounds and I can just keep switching to my insured weapon slots and load a different weapon. Because basically at the end of the round, like I say, your weapon has a cooldown time, which is depending on which weapon and how big your character is different. So if you want to play multiple rounds, then having all these is handy, because then you can just switch over to those. So I think we've briefly explained in a nutshell. Now we get into this. So you've got your tactical. Again, these you won't come with. You've got to earn all these, and you can make your tactical selection for when you're going to infill. You get your lethal selection for when you want to infill. As you see, I've got them all. And then this here is pretty cool. So this is like your special ability that you can take with you. Pardon me. This is energy mines. I just use this one all the time. I don't know why. It just sends out a mine. As you develop this ability, you'll get 3 of them that go out, so it's pretty powerful. Frenzy Guard, I don't really use this. I don't really know what it does. I think the enemies in your area target you for 10 seconds. Healing Aura, this one's pretty good. You're basically, you and your teammates, anyone around you, you can heal yourself with this. So these, you got to kill a certain amount of zombies to build the ability up to enable it, right? So you don't, this isn't just all the time, real time. It takes a bit. So Frost Blaster, same thing. It just freezes them. Ether Shroud, this one makes you invisible to the zombies. And Tesla Storm, this one creates like a high intensity electrical storm. Pretty cool. Like I say, I usually use the mines. So right here, you can go into B. If you push B, and this shows you in your gear information what you have. I have a 3-plate vest, large rucksack, sentry gun. I did something stupid and depleted my purple mask, so now I'm going back through that. Very important. You want to have a self-revive when you exfil, because then when you start the next round, you will have a self-revive, so then you can head into tier 2 immediately, depending on your weapon choice. All right, so E, if you want right here, you can change your operator. If you do this, though, and you're collecting these things right now, which I am, and these will crash out on you enough on their own. As you see here, I had a game crash on me, which screwed this operator and this one. And then randomly, these things just get taken away once in a while, so it's really stupid. But anyways, if you do change your operator in this thing, you will lose all of these, so just know that. Okay, so there we are. That's that part. So there's your gear. Here's your strike team. This is just what we were talking about here. You can buy extra slots. As you can see, I've purchased a couple. And then you can have more characters develop, which was great before this whole system and it crashing. But now I haven't had a crash in a while, so they may have fixed that. Okay, so customize. This is where You can do like your bundles. This is like the bundles that I've purchased, bundles that you can purchase and stuff. Vehicles are here. If you have skins for your vehicles, if you care enough to put some of those on. I'm just not really into that. Calling cards, I did this because like if you got hard to earn calling cards, as you can see my current equipped here. Emblems, that's just the thing that I got there. I don't know, I just kind of blitzed through this because I don't find this very important. I don't have a clan tag. Loading screen, you can set your music if you earn it, right? I don't think I have it. Oh, you can buy the bundle, yeah. No, thank you. Okay, so that's customized. Now this is really neat. You have to purchase a battle pass. There's 3 levels. The first tier is pretty cheap. Second tier is like 2,200 points, and then the third tier is $40. But then you buy the operator. As you can see, I actually bought the operator on this one, but then you still have to go through the battle pass. And when you buy the third tier, you get 20 tokens with it too, and a few extra things. But when you buy the battle pass, even as far as I know, the basic tier 1, it gives you enough coins to rebuy the battle pass every time. So I think you might have to complete it to get those. I'm not sure, but it does. Oh no, it reimburses you at time of purchase. So this is fun because then you can earn operators, you can get all sorts of points, weapons that you wouldn't otherwise be able to get. So if that's your thing, for me, I'm just like totally OCD about crossing things off a list. So for me, this is very stimulating to have an objective to go after. So if you want to spend real money, you can buy tokens and do this. These tokens are like, I have 21. That doesn't mean you can erase 21 of these slots. What that means is 21 of each of these things. So most of them are like 5, like this one, right? So you'd actually be able to go through 4. Now, I believe you can just randomly go into them. You can't start on the end here. Oh, no, it's locked now. You used to be able to do them out of order. But anyways, this is the battle pass. Pretty straightforward. Like I say, there's operators, there's wicked guns in here. There's all sorts of fun stuff. This is one of the areas that you really should be checking out, no matter how new or whatever you are. Events come up here. So like this first event here, critical countdown, as you can see, I've already earned 5 out of 6 of these challenges, 3 out of 4, 1 out of 3. So once I get through this is the reward at the end of it. So if I push 3 to preview, so this is what you get here at the end of it, which is kind of like a specialty gun that you wouldn't otherwise be able to get. I mean, don't get me wrong, I think this is like the P50 or something like that, but it's an assault rifle, FR 5.56, world ender. So you can see it's got all of listed what it has there. It's got gun kick control, vertical recoil control, precision sight picture. So this thing's probably stupid accurate, and it's kind of cool. It's got some moving things on it. So if that's your thing, I try and do these challenges. I don't know. I don't go out of my way, but I do try. So this event just came on here too. And I mean, it's my busy work season, so I don't get to play that much, but I try to play 2 to 3 rounds a day in the non-work season. But right now I'm playing like 1 round every 2 to 3 days if I'm lucky. So as you see, this is what you win, which is the caliber beam rifle. I think it's very pride inspired. Pride's not really my thing, but if it's your thing, cool. I mean, I would still use it. I don't really care, but it is Jude. So it's got reload, quickness ability, aim down, sight speed, and flinch resistance. Okay, cool. I was going to say something funny there, and then I realized it might not be received well, so sorry. This is another thing that you got to do. Your weekly challenges. It used to be you only had to do 5 in the previous ones. Now you got to do all 8. Well, I was doing all 8 on all of them anyways, because like I say, I'm OCD. So as you see, you'll get this, which is for week 1, you'll get this Jack harboring kit. So you complete 5 challenges from week 1 to get the attachment. Oh no, you still only have to do 5 challenges to get this attachment. Then you got to do all 8 to get this camo. So as you see, I got this attachment. So those are add-ons that you can add on to your gun, which make it change it completely. So as you can see here, it lists what you've got to do and the points that you get with it. I always try and do the ones that give you the most points first. So let's go into our current week. As you can see, I've only played twice on this, and I'm actually trying to develop a rifle, so I've kind of been avoiding all this right now. But I did, if you look at my character, I do have a sniper rifle in my secondary right now, so I was going to play again today and deal with that. So there's that. So as you see, I completed this one, kill 150 kills with a scoped recommended assault rifle. I did that. As I say, now I've got my sniper on, so what's this one? Battle rifle. So this one, get 10 kills without being hit 200 times with a recommended DMR or sniper rifle, so I can do that one. Get 75 hip fire with a recommended marksman or sniper rifle. I've got that one. And as you see, it says remove from track. This is where you can add these to your track list, which we'll get into after this. This is silenced rifle, SMG. So get 200 kills with recommended sniper rifle. So that's where that recommended thing, remember the flame beside the weapon? So now that we've briefly described this, let's go back to that real quick. And if we go into our gear, that's here. See that little flame? That means it's a recommended weapon. So this sniper rifle is a recommended weapon. Otherwise, if you're not using recommended, you're not going to get those weekly challenges complete. So definitely pay attention to that, okay? So here is the next long-winded part of this video, which we're going to get into here. This is your tracker challenge part. So this is where you can actually populate. So as you can see, my daily, I've already completed them. But there will be, if you go in here, I only play zombies, so I will show you this just because I'm courteous. You can actually go multiplayer, as you can see I've done none of those, and battle royale, as you can see I've done none of those. I just do the zombies. So these are your daily challenges. And right now that's what's populated in this window where it says daily. If there was more, there would be more. This is what I've got set right now to win. As you can see, it takes 90. It's just something that says winner or something. I don't know. Anyways, so here's your tracked 5 out of 5. So this is where I showed you previously where you can add. I added from the weekly. So as you can see right now, if I get, which there's actually something else I got to do, so I'm going to remove this from my list. In zombies, get 300 kills with the Hoggler 5.56 while it's pack-a-punched. And then we've got 10 kills in 30 seconds with a throwing knife. And then now we've got recommended sniper rifle. These are the weekly challenges. Get 200 kills with a recommended sniper rifle. As you can see, 2,500 XP. And then this one's these are the 3 that I've already listed previously. As you can see, this 10,000 XP, that's the one I'm going to go for first. So that's like shooting from the hip with your sniper rifle. And I've got this sniper rifle right now, which is like it shoots electric bolts. When it's stock, it's not the greatest, but as soon as you pack-a-punch this thing, it's pretty awesome. And this one's got an add-on on it. You see that A right there? So what that is I'm not sure which one of these it's going to be under. One of them is like a custom add-on part where it makes it better in a way. Oh, I can add underbarrel stuff here. So as you can see here, I'm just going to check out. Maybe I can add something cool under the barrel. I might be able to, but I might not have it yet. No. What else could we add on? Ammunition. Okay. Anyways, so bolt. Oh, look at that. Quick bolt. There we go. Let's add that. And you'll see what that does is increase our firing rate, but it reduces our accuracy a little bit. So I'm going to do that as a trade-off for now. So now when you change something and you exit out of here, sometimes it won't save correctly. So what I'm going to do is just go save as a custom mod just for speed. I'll usually name it something with the weapon's name, and I'll try and make it something funny. But for the sake of this video not being draggy-on-y, we're going to do it like that. All right, so I'm going to go back to the lobby. So now here we are. That's basically explained. As I say, you post up your challenges. So this here is your containment levels. So every time you finish a mission, tier 1, 2, or 3, tier 1 gives you 1, tier 2 gives you 2, tier 3 gives you 3, I believe. We'll go in here. What that does, and as I say, this keeps crashing. I'll start a level and all of a sudden I'll have 0 of these again, and it's really frustrating because I've had as many as like 290 before. But once you get to 100, there's no added effects. So when you get to this one, when you get your first 2, you get to start with 500 essence. So you start with a bit of money. And these add on too. So once you get to this one, you'll start with 5 armor plates. When you reach level 5, level 8, you'll start with 1,000 essence. Now it doesn't add up. You'll go from 500 to 1,000. So you will not then start with 1,500. So as it goes on here, you'll see when you get 12 of them, 12 missions complete, you'll get 30% off the perk machine. Start with 1,500 essence. And then you'll see contract rewards go up 30% once you hit 30. Start with 2,500 essence once you get 40. 50% off mystery box. This one's pretty good if you rock the box once you get 50. So you see how they add up. Like at 50, you get 50% off, right? That's a pretty common theme, 30-30, right? So start with 5,000 essence, which is where I'm at now on this character again, which is handy because then actually they've changed it, but you used to be able to jump right into tier 3, grab a weapon, and it was orange. It was like orange wrenched already, so then you could take it, pack a punch at level 1, and then you could fight in tier 3, and it was great. So this is the next one. When you get 100, you get 20% off pack a punch cost. All right, so we are getting close, guys. We're getting close. So, oh, I went to go like a book. Sorry. But so this is where you start. When you're ready to find your match, you start. So now if you're a new player and you don't have any friends, you can just click squad fill and it's going to automatically start you in a squad. Whether or not they ditch you or whatever happens from there, who knows. But if you're a new player, this is a good way to start. But sometimes it's going to start you with like experienced players that are going to go into tier 3, and you probably shouldn't do that at first. There'll be another video, an upcoming video, where we talk into that a little bit. So what we got going on over here is as you go, you will start to earn some of these basically bonuses is what I would say. So these are for rank, weapons, and battle pass. So you can activate these, and on some weekends there will be like free XP weekends, and these will all be activated. So you'll want to play like crazy when that happens. So with rank, basically your character rank, you'll start at rank 1 and you'll rank up to, I don't know where the top is, but it's probably 999. I don't know. I'm at 281 or something right now. It's in the other window. But anyways, as you activate these, then for 15 minutes you would have double like rank XP, or if you activate this one you would have weapon XP, or you would have battle pass. You can actually activate all 3 of these if you'd like, and then it gets into durational. So I've got 15 minutes, 30 minutes, 45 minutes, and 1 hour passes. So the only downside is, and what I would definitely suggest is, get your character ready, do everything first, including what we're going to talk about next, and do this dead last, because the second you activate those, the timer starts. It's not in game time, it's like immediately. So if you're using these and you're using a 15-minute pass, you better make sure that you're like ready to launch into the game. Then you click these real quick, launch into the game, because it takes a bit to launch in, and like I say, the timer's ticking right out of the gate. So the final thing to talk about in here is story missions. And here's a little story. When I started playing this game, I played for 92 hours before I really did any of these things that we're talking about here. I literally was exfilling with weapons, going in and just playing the game kind of like old school round base, where I would just kill zombies. But there's actually so much more to this, as I've kind of already explained through some of this, but this is where it kind of goes to the next level here. So you'll see there's Act 1, 2, 3. I believe Act 4 pops up, but the next act won't show up until you've created or until you've completed the previous. So what this is, and this is very important, if you guys can do this from day 1 or from relatively early on, this is how you unlock a lot of your good stuff and you develop your character, okay? So you'll see what this is, and I'm not going to go through all these. We're just going to briefly speed through them, but bring it on. So kill 50 zombies with Frenzy Guard field upgrade activated, and then you need to, it's got to restart here, hang on, they're long-winded. Kill a special elite with the frenzy on, and then you acquire the cipher tablet that then you need to exfil with, and that will give you a double weapons consumable XP. So as you go through, there's a ton of these. They're all different. Like I say, I'm not going to go through these. There's oh, that wasn't even the first one. See, so you can see what you're winning on the bottom right over here, right? So some of them are like tags. Some of them you'll get like, see, this is stamina upcan acquisition, so that's handy. You get this. You'll get all sorts of stuff from weapons to upgrades. Some of them will even be schematics, and some of the schematics you can only get through this. So then you'll see here's Act 2. I just recently started doing this within like the last 100 hours of play. So some of them are ridiculous. Like when we get into Act 3, I'll show you where I'm at now. I've completed these ones. Some of them like this one took me a while, where I had to kill a Mega Abomination with a level 3 Pack-a-Punch. I play solo all the time, so some of these are really tricky. Right now I'm on Paint the Target, so I've got to get precision airstrikes and kill some mercenaries, kill a merc convoy, and then hit a merc camp, right? So once you do these, then I'll get that tombstone acquisition. So you can see there's some pretty important prizes, plus I'll get 2,500 XP. So this goes on all the way down, and some of these are ridiculously hard, right? So you got to deploy to the stronghold, cleanse the exclusion zone. These ones are pretty hard too, right? So bad signal, there's all these. So if you're not doing these, you need to start doing these, because as I say, you're not going to get things in the game that otherwise you would never get. Okay, so the quick rundown on what I do when I start again. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go over here and see what the daily and weekly challenges and things I'm going to try and do. That's going to tell me which weapons in my gear I then need to populate. Of course, first I'm going to select my strike team. Most likely, unless you're trying to develop another character, you're going to go with your top contamination level. Like I say, we've talked about all this stuff. So once you've got your weapons figured out from here, Then what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go into your mission over here, and you're going to want to select which one you're going to try to do. And then once you're confident you've got everything ready, then if you want to apply XP or anything, that's when you're going to want to do this over here. And then when you're ready, as soon as you're out of there, you're going to want to click this button and infill into the map. Well, that's all I got for you guys in today's video. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, let me know in the comments below, and I will see all of you in the next video.